What is a coach? What's a mentor? Are they the same thing? Which one do I need? All of these questions and more answered in this week's episode. Let's get started. This is Simon Phillips, and this week's show, as I said, is all about coaching versus mentoring. What are they? What's the difference? When do I need them? When might I want to become one? And how do I go about that? What's the best approach? All of these questions are really, really important at every stage in our careers, because without a coach or a mentor, you're probably not going to get that far. And let me explain why. So most of us are aware of the term coach when there's a large sporting event on, like the Euros or the Olympics or a Super Bowl. But equally in business, we do hear sometimes, I wonder if I could get a coach. And that's usually in the context of, I feel I've got so far in my career and now there appears to be a bit of a ceiling. How can I get past that? And that's when people look for a coach, because the coach is brilliant at getting the best out of people. And of course, sport is a great analogy. It's a great environment in which coaches practice their skills to get the best out of the teams of people that they get to work with. And the secret to coaching in this context is it's incredibly personalized. So a great example of a manager of a team, a coach who worked with the individuals in front of him was Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. So he would look at different players and think, well, this player needs an arm around them. They need that more personalized, nurturing support. Whereas this person, they need a real challenge. They need me to get right in front of them and say, are you up for this? But he knew that didn't work for everyone. And there's a great story about Frank Dick, the GB Olympic coach, who looked around the dressing room one day and said, Linford Christie, you are a global superstar. I'm expecting, the team expects you to get a gold medal. But as he looked around the room, he saw there were others who were at their first Olympics. They were going to be able to contribute if they just got through to the semi-finals or just got through to the finals. That would all contribute to the total that the team got in terms of the points that they amassed. He knew that what he needed to do is set expectations, and that's what a great coach can do. It's about playing to people's strengths. It's about maximizing potential. Whereas a mentor is much more adept at sharing their skills, their knowledge and their experience to help someone move forward with the growth of their skill level. Now, skills can come in the form of manual activity. They can also come in the form of mental dexterity. So what a mentor is doing is they are telling you what it is from their experience they recommend you do, and then they follow up to see how well you've been implementing their thinking. So you see, a mentor is quite different. The coach is working on the premise that it's all inside of you already, and it's about drawing that out through great questions, whereas the mentor is all about telling you stuff that you don't know already. But they have a belief in you, an equal belief as the coach, if you like, that you can do it. And it's all about just sharing their experience. So which do you need? The great answer, it depends, comes to the fore once again. It always depends. Where are you right now with the things that you'd like to achieve? Are you just starting out? You don't have a lot of skills, knowledge and experience. Well, go get yourself a mentor, someone who can share some details, some facts, some figures, some information, some processes, some guidelines, somebody who's been there and done that and has got lots to share with you. That's a great mentor. But if you're halfway along and you're just getting some real good skills bedded in, and it's about self-belief, it's about that mindset of, how can I get past these limiting beliefs I have at the moment? That's when a coach really comes into their own. Great at helping you shift some of those mind problems that we manage to create for ourselves all the time. So a coach is perfect for taking us to that next level. Because you see, the real difference between a coach and a mentor is the way they put questions into the process. A coach has some great questions for all of your answers. So you may think you know something already, but your level of skills, knowledge and expertise has got you this far. What a coach can do is ask you great questions about these answers that you feel like you have already, and stretching you to the next level. Whereas you have all the questions for a mentor, and they've got some great answers for you. So your questions are, how do I do the next bit? How do I do this? How can I stretch and really move on with my skill level? That's when the mentor has some answers. Do they have all the right answers? Again, it depends on who the mentor is. But if they are streets ahead of you, if they are 2 or 3 or 4 levels ahead of you with their levels of expertise, then they've got some thoughts that you can benefit from. You can also get mentoring from somebody who's just half a step ahead, because they've got some very recent experience to share with you. I did this and it helped me move forward. So again, you can try it, you can see if it works for you. So quick, proud dad alert. This last weekend, my eldest son was selected to go up to Manchester and compete in the Olympic qualifiers in the discus. Now, this is his first real season involved in discus throwing at this sort of level. So to get selected to go up to Manchester was fantastic. I couldn't stop smiling all day. The journey up, I was sharing lots of ideas and thoughts around mindset, around attitude, and around getting in the zone. All of those things I've been able to help my clients with. So if you like, these were sort of coaching ideas, but slightly in the mentoring section in terms of I have some direct experience of that sort of visualization process. This supplemented an amazing coach who he's been working with for the last year and a bit, and she's just phenomenal and is taking his progress from here literally off the scale, and all of a sudden he's been able to compete with Olympians and national champions. So he's really benefiting from a mixture of mentoring and coaching right now. And even the people around him at the event, they were able to highlight some things that he might like to try to do differently. So he was always getting this lovely mixture of mentoring and coaching. What an experience for a 19-year-old. So let's have a look at some key differences between mentoring and coaching. If you want to get a quick answer, get yourself in front of a mentor. How do I do this? A mentor is going to say, this is what I did, give it a go. If you want something that's sustainable, if you want to make a change and hope that it improves your performance, get yourself alongside a coach. They're going to draw that out of you in a way that ensures that when you try to do it, it sticks. And the next time you come up against it, you will remember that experience and be able to implement an answer. So you see, it's always going to change. It's always going to vary in terms of what you need. You need to decide, what do I need right now? So I mentioned earlier, you may have some thoughts about helping others right now, especially if you've got that mindset of a change maker. So what can you do? You can always be a mentor if you have some experience to share. It's key to listen hard, find out exactly what they want, and then suggest some things that you found to be successful. And then be a great mentor and follow up in a few days' time. How did you get on? Tell me how it went so I could potentially give you a little bit more guidance. If you want to be a coach, I highly recommend getting some training. There are so many different coaching qualifications out there, but they will help you to avoid doing something important. You see, there are some coaches that don't do a great job because they are too eager to give the person they're working with an answer. And that's not what a coach does. A coach draws the answer out of the person they're working with. And if you pick up the accreditation skills that you need to be a great coach, you'll soon see how you can get around that and find other mechanisms by which you can help the person you're working with find the answer for themselves. So there you go, a whistle-stop tour of coaching versus mentoring. I hope you've got some real value out of that. If you like what you've just heard, if it's been of value, please share this with the people that you support, and hopefully it can help them too. I'll see you next week.